All right, what's going on, everyone? Um, yeah, another frustrating day. Um, we had looking at the daily chart. We bounced right in here at this. We hung around right at this 200 SMA. Um, if I had to go back in history, it's kind of similar to this back in February. This day right here is February 9th. Um, is the we had a little bullish we had a bullish run and before a big drop off, but it wasn't as of course it's not going to be exactly the same. But we had a huge sell off here into actually this one was actually just into the 100. So we haven't came back into the 200 in a while. I'm looking at it, but so this candle here is similar to our this movement that we're experiencing right now is similar in the fact of price action without really regards to the moving averages. Um, but anyway, on this day, the price action, I went back on in another platform. I can't go back to see what happened intraday this far back in TraderView, but in another platform, I saw that the price action during the day was better than today. But the same, as you can see, so this is the 5 minute for today. Um, yeah, it was. We had a kind of a big spread. So like this candle here, this is on a 5 minute chart. In 5 minutes, it moved, almost 40 points. So that's huge. And when it's chopping around like that with big movements like that, for I use stops in my strategy and just to protect myself because I'm trading in a small account right now. So um, with spreads like that, it can be hard to catch a winner when the price action is really just doesn't really have any energy. And this is pre-market, by the way. So like this one, I did catch this one in Top Step Trader. I caught it. Actually, I caught it here. I'll show it to you in a minute. So within 5 minutes, I hit I hit my target. But if you go to this candle before it, which I also played this candle, but because of the price action and the lack of energy when it got started, it only ended up being a scalp. So this 5 minute candle, the entire 5 minute candle is already is eight points, and that's huge. Okay, typically the typical 5 minute candle. Let's see if I can find one. All right, so let's take the biggest one. We'll just look at this one because it's similar. You see, this is only 20 points. So that shows how much volatility is in the market right now, which I expected. I wasn't expecting any big movements today, but I was hoping for something that I could really play and get some wins in. I was trying to be aggressive on my entry because I knew it would be very volatile and hard to not get stopped out um, with uh, with my with the way that how I place my stops and then the break even strategy and all that stuff. So anyway, so let's see, get rid of this real quick. Either we could either I think we maybe we hang out here for a minute for a couple of days. Um, it would be nice if we had if it followed the same thing we bounce off the 200 like back here in February. We bounce and we keep climbing, and tomorrow brings us more of some better intraday trends that's easier to play. Um, but you got to stay but be ready for anything. Nobody knows what the market's going to do. We can sit here, we can guess, we can try to assume, but we don't know what the market's going to do. So just got to be ready to react, to make a plan, and then be ready to react to whatever the market gives. So my trades for the day actually was another red day uh, between both accounts. Here I came away with 115, and like I said in this one, it's just it's just a simple 5-minute strategy that doesn't it's completely based off of the candles and price action. Um, 'Cause I'm testing this strategy out to see if how consistent it is without trading it as simple as possible. So to go over, okay, well, before I go over the trades in here for the day, so in my live account, I had one win and one loss. So the win was just a scalp, and then I had another a loss, and I got stopped out. Um, and then so the result of that is it was down $185. So between both accounts, that is, I lost $70 today. And that was a loss of $70. Right. So for top step, so this is the one I was talking about. I played the break here, and it popped up, and then to bring my break even in, and then the price chopped right back down before kind of taking off. Like the price, this 5-minute candle, it was up down up down up down up down. Like I can't talk. It's a strong candle, but it was a very choppy move. In hindsight, it looks like maybe it just took off bullish, but not really. It just, if we bring up the 1 minute, even on the 1 minute, it looks the same. It looks really strong, but it's not when you actually see. It looks like it was okay. It just broke this the EMA and just took straight off, but it's not really how it happened. So it broke out. It moved up, came down, moved up a little, came down. It's just this choppy price action, bullish, But in hindsight, looking at it in retrospect, it looks like a strong big move, but it's not really that strong. So yeah, I ended up with a scalp there. I got back in here based off of the strength of this 5-minute candle and just the strategy in and of itself, and finally got a big win here. So I caught 20 points here, and then I didn't have the market, topped out up here and then sold off for a minute. Now, if I was really, really just trading this with beyond just the candlesticks and the strategy, just trading the strategy without much thought process, that would have been the last trade there. So it's not real money. So the purpose of this is just to test out the strategy. So the consistency of the strategy. So I ended up getting back in here when the price broke out above this candle, but it didn't. As you can see, it popped up and it came right back down for a loss. And then pretty much the same thing happened here. Or I think actually one of these, I believe, was just a small scalp, if I'm not mistaken. And then, oh no, here it was. Here it is. So both of these were losers. And then this one, once the price turned over, I caught a scalp here. Actually, I probably could have caught this whole ride, but the ticks were going crazy at this time, and the price, it was slowly moving down. So I ended up just taking the profits, because it would be nice to also get funded in this account. So, and I didn't want to take another loss in this account, put me into a deeper hole. So I went ahead and got out just to take the profits. But in hindsight, it was, you know, over management, because it would have actually hit my target. I would have got another 20 points there, and you know, it would have been nice. But anyway, so progress in the Top Step account. Still no love in the with my cash account, and hopefully tomorrow we can see some better price action or something better than this, because this is just, you know, insane. This is crazy with all this up down. You can see all these wicks. Like, this is completely abnormal. We don't really see this in the NASDAQ. You know, you have a maybe a couple of minutes, you know, like maybe 10-20 minutes of wicks, but not the whole, pretty much the whole day. So that's why I am. That's how my day turned out, and we'll try to see if we can get some good action tomorrow. So see y'all tomorrow.